One of the biggest challenges IT faces in the purchase of a new storage array is the migration process. Whether due to the expense, the time and effort, or the application outages that are required, most IT personnel dread the process. It can be complex, and for many organizations daunting, to plan and execute the movement of data and servers from an old to a new array. Long before the new array even arrives on the floor, many organizations start their planning. Because nearly all migrations require downtime of applications, the first task is to get everyone together and figure out a schedule for when the various applications can be brought down. And because many applications are logically linked to one another, it is typically the case that multiple applications and databases must be interrupted at the same time. So the typical outage schedule extends over weeks or even months based on application uptime requirements. Very rarely are these outages accomplished during the normal course of the business day. Instead, IT personnel are forced into a sequence of weekend all-nighters, shutting down applications during the lowest period of activity. During these migration weekends, in what is known as the race to Monday, the team has a variety of tasks. They need to shut down the applications, perform backups just in case something goes wrong, and bring the servers up to the minimum standards required by the new array, like updating the operating systems, device drivers, host bus adapters, application patches, etc. All part of what's known as the remediation process. They must also move the data onto the new storage solution and get it in sync with the old array. Once everything is ready, the host can be restarted and the solution verified. Of course, if anything goes wrong in the process and performance or other factors aren't good enough, the whole exercise has to be performed again if it can be done in the remaining window. So weekend after weekend, data is moved, hosts are remediated, and the applications are stopped and restarted. Ultimately, the new array is moved 100% online, the old array can be removed, and IT can go back to their regular duties, at least until it's time for the next array purchase, when the process starts all over again. Of course, the process isn't always that bad, but the expense and the risk is very real. Because of the complexity and time required, organizations often contract migration out to a third party. That can reduce IT's time commitment, but it can't eliminate it, and the resultant cost is something that has to be factored in. Enter VPlex, a technology that virtualizes storage both locally and over distance. VPlex can be leveraged as a powerful alternative to the traditional migration process. Once VPlex is part of the storage infrastructure, the process of migrating from old to new arrays becomes painless. To put it simply, VPlex enables truly non-disruptive migrations. Logically, VPlex resides between the server and the storage array. Application reads and writes go through VPlex. Hosts think they are talking with the storage array, but are actually connected to VPlex. So when a new array is purchased, it is connected to VPlex, not the hosts. This significantly reduces the remediation headache of traditional migrations. Another key VPlex function is its ability to copy data from one array to another. After the new array is connected to VPlex, the old array is mirrored to the new array behind the scenes. After a while, both arrays are identical, and from that point forward, they remain 100% in sync. When it's time to move to the new array, no downtime is required. What used to be a weekend process can now be done as a normal course of business. VPlex just switches the source of the data from the old array to the new array while continuing to keep both in sync. And there's no longer a requirement to migrate groups of applications simultaneously. Applications can be moved gradually over to the new array. Once everything has been moved over, the old array can be disconnected. If there are any issues with the new array, VPlex, without any application downtime, can dynamically switch back to the old array. Once the problem is resolved, the new array can take over, again with no downtime. So not only does VPlex enhance the migration process, It also mitigates the risks involved by letting you reverse the process. Leveraging VPlex for migrations is smart. First, you save money. No need for third parties to do the work for your organization, and no need to allocate so much of your team's valuable time for planning or executing migrations. Second, you eliminate downtime due to migrations. Third, VPlex significantly reduces the risks inherent in migrations. You can stop the frantic race to Monday, host remediation becomes a thing of the past, and you can take advantage of the fact that the migration process is 100% reversible. Fourth, your organization gets faster time to value of your new array. You can put new infrastructure to use immediately. Fifth, migrations are truly heterogeneous. You can migrate from any source array to any destination array. No need to manage complex processes between multiple vendors. Finally, the value of VPlex continues way beyond migrations. VPlex use cases for application mobility and availability, both locally and over distance, can have a powerful impact on your organization. For more information on how you can leverage VPlex for migrations and a spectrum of other use cases, please visit emc.com.